Bank of America and
The following is a presentation of WGAA Sports.
To the wall it is. It's gone! It's gone! He hit it on the center field fence.
Way back. You can put a stamp on that one and put it to the post office. It's gone.
Cedartown wins the region championship. Cedartown Bulldogs, the third region championship in a row.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A, 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and Facebook Live. And now, let's head down to the field for today's action.
Over the summer.
Welcome into Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network. We're having the introduction of the starting lineups in just a few moments, plus we'll have the Star Spangled Banner. But we are here for the second to last of the couple of games of the season. Cedartown, of course, trying to vie for a 2 seed in the region, as the Southeast Whitfield Raiders are coming into this one, their final home game of their season. For the Bulldogs, their lineup goes like this, starting with the pitcher Cole Cochran. He's going to be designated hit for X-Holiday will be at the top of the lineup. At shortstop, Tony Ware, the center fielder, will bat third. Batting in the cleanup spot will be the right fielder Samuel Formby. Ever Perkins gets the start at third base. He will bat fifth. Batting sixth will be Caleb Formby. At second base, Cole Dingler, the first baseman, will bat in the seventh hole. Then batting eighth will be Gavin Allred, the catcher. And then batting ninth will be Jack Roper, the left fielder.
Batting seventh, first base, Cole Dingler.
For the Cedartown Bulldogs, who are 10-16 on the season, we'll get to their particulars here in a moment. Sam Branch will be joining us here in a bit as well. For the Raiders, it will be leading off for them, Ethan Hampton, the center fielder, will bat first. Batting second will be the third baseman, Nate C., number 25. Batting third will be Grant MacArthur, playing first base today. Noah Singleton will be the catcher. He'll be batting in the cleanup spot. Batting fifth will be Luis Familla. He'll be let's see, not sure what he's going to be doing. We'll have to just double check on that. Braden Johnson will be batting sixth in left field. David Shadows will be in right field. He'll bat seventh. Batting eighth will be Colt Davis. He's the starting pitcher. And batting ninth will be Chandler Promain, the shortstop, for the Southeast Raiders in their final home game of the season. Glad to have you along with us here as the Cedartown Bulldogs wearing their all-black uniforms. The Raiders are wearing black top uniforms with white sleeves and white pants and black hats with the maroon Bills on them, Southeast Whitfield logo on their tops. And Cedartown wearing the black hats, black shirts, black pants with the black socks and the red stripes. Sam Branch is here. He just arrived from work. He actually has a real job, so he is here. And Sam, we are about ready to get
arrived.
Yeah, just in time. The umpires weren't late. You timed it out perfectly.
I do my best.
Yes.
You know, I do my best.
Let's pause for the presentation of the national anthem. We'll stay here and listen in. Sam, another beautiful day for baseball.
Yes, it is. A little breezy this afternoon, but that's okay. It's going to be just a really, really nice day. The sun is shining here up in Dalton, Georgia. The breeze is at our backs, and with us being right here behind home plate, that means it's going to be blowing out. The American flag out over in right field is kind of hung up on the scoreboard, so you don't get a really good indication of which way it's going thanks to that, but it is a really pretty day, 85 degrees. The Dogs looking to pick up another region win, this time once again on the road. We were here Saturday, got a big win Saturday. Hope we can do the same here on this Tuesday.
Well, and one thing that you and I have talked about kind of off air, kind of back and forth via text, is the fact that with Cedartown winning their game yesterday over the Sonoraville Phoenix, we've already taken 1 out of 3 tonight. We'll be very much paying attention to a game happening elsewhere, as well as this one, of course, as the Bulldogs will be watching the Northwest Whitfield Heritage game, because if Heritage beats Northwest Whitfield, no matter what happens the rest of the way, the Cedartown Bulldogs can guarantee themselves a number 2 seed. Got to win here tonight, hope for a win tonight and a Northwest Whitfield loss, and the Bulldogs could be a 2 seed and host a home playoff game.
And you look at the fact that this Dogs team started out with a record of 0-8, and even if we win out in the regular season, Andrew, we're still going to be under 500 on the season.
Yeah.
But a heck of a region run that the Dogs have had. They have won 6 straight region games. They're going for their 7th straight region win today. Of course, if you go back to the last 2 times these 2 teams have faced off with each other, it was a week ago yesterday that the Dogs defeated the Raiders at home by a final score of 10-0, and then, of course, we defeated the Raiders here on Saturday by a final of 16-0. So the Dogs looking to continue this win streak, and if you look at the lineup, we thought there might be some substitutions made. We thought some of the younger players might have a chance to get in, but Coach Johnson isn't messing around, and he understands that it's imperative to keep the pedal to the metal in a sense, and keep pressure on all the guys or all the teams in our region by picking up a win here against Southeast and putting out our best possible product.
Yeah, and I think that's what he's banking on here. He figures that he just needs to look at each next game, not worry about the game after that one. And I think that's kind of what he's doing. X Holly is going to be the designated hitter. He's going to lead things off here in the top half of the first inning against their starting pitcher, Colt Davis, and the catcher is number 12, Noah Singleton. So we're ready to go here in the top half of the first inning. The kick and the pitch on the way is high and outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. I believe we saw this young man pitch on Saturday in relief against us. 1-0 pitch on the way to X. Lines it foul down the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Early on that one was Holiday. Of course, X had a big game yesterday against Sonoraville. 2 for 3 with a couple of RBIs, trying to lead things off here on the road.
The 1-1 pitch. High and away, ball 2. Southeast, I believe, playing Central this week in the Region Series. They played yesterday. Will finish up their season later in the week. That's well outside and high. Ball 3, 3-1 the count now to X Holiday. The rest of the series, of course, Cedartown and Sonoraville and Northwest Whitfield and Heritage. 3-1 pitch. Sky to the right side, pretty deep, back to the fence. That ball is still drifting back, and that's going to be at the base of the fence. X Holiday's rounding first, heading to second base. He's going to round second, head toward third. He's going to make it standing. X Holiday with a leadoff triple. He's at third base here in the top of the first inning, and he leveled off on that slow pitch there.
Yeah, he hit that one a mile down the right side, and it was right at the base of the wall when it finally found the green stuff. So Holiday stands over at third base, and that's going to bring up Ace Allen, and already Cedartown with a chance to put a run on the board, threatening with the runner over at third.
First pitch from Davis is ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes the count. Thursday, we're at Sonoraville to wrap up the regular season. 1-0 pitch. Behind him, ball 2.
Davis struggling with his command early here, trying to settle in. He knows how dangerous of a lineup this Dogs team is.
2-0 is a tapper hit toward shortstop. It will score the run. The throw goes over to first, and Ace is out number 1, but he's got an RBI. Dogs lead 1-0.
Although I'm sure Ace would have much rather been standing over at first base. He at least gets the job done to bring the run home. And so you got a couple of boxes you wanted to check at that at bat. You at least got to check one of them, and possibly the most important one with the early run, and Tony Ware comes to the plate.
First pitch to Tony, hits a line drive to right center field, going back to the wall. That ball's going to be down at the wall. And Ware's going to have himself probably a triple. He's going to round second, head toward third, and he'll be there standing. Might be a double and an error because there was some trouble in the outfield picking the ball up at the wall. But regardless, it's extra bases, and Tony Ware's at third base. So the Dogs, 2 out of their first 3 batters have reached third base.
That's going to bring up Samuel Formby. Formby was the big offensive production for the Dogs yesterday. He had 4 of their RBIs. A chance to pick up 1 here. That was in the dirt. Davis has been missing consistently high, and that one was short a couple of feet, bounced up in there.
You know, I think he would rather bounce one or pitch it outside. There's a called strike there as it went right down the middle there to Samuel Formby. But if there's one right there in the strike zone, I mean, one of our
guys, trouble.
It could be a lot of trouble.
You've already seen a couple of guys tee off on ones. So I agree. Either in the dirt or outside is where he wants to miss.
1-1 pitch. Called a strike inside corner right at the knees. And it's 1-2. Davis looks to third. The pitch on the way is a line drive to left field, and it's going to drop for a base hit. And scoring easily will be Tony Ware. He'll jog home. And the Dogs now lead 2-0 on the RBI single by Samuel Formby.
Good at bat there by Formby. He got behind in the count, but knew that he was going to get a pitch to hit. He just had to be patient with it, and he found that one and drove it out and picked up the RBI. That's his 5th RBI in 2 days, and we're just now started here in the top of the first. Everett Perkins will now come to the plate with a runner over at first and 1 out. Caleb Formby on deck for the Dogs.
Davis delivers, and it's a hit on the ground to shortstop on a few hops. He'll pick that up. The throw on to first will be in time. No, it's off the bag. Throw was on time, but it pulled him off the bag just barely. And runners will be at first and second, so no out recorded.
MacArthur over there did everything that he could to hold the bag for the Raiders, but throw was just too far offline. So that'll move Samuel Formby up to second base. Everett Perkins will stand at first, and that'll bring up Caleb Formby.
Pitch on the way is low and in. 1 ball, no strikes as the catcher Singleton tried to pick it up to maybe throw it back, but he lost the handle for a moment. Nobody advances, though. The ball with no strikes with 1 out here. Dogs leading 2-0 on a couple of hits. There's a bouncer low, and it's going to be a throw to third base. Runner is safe at third on that steal with the ball in the dirt. So runners will be at the corners and a 2 ball, no strike count.
Cedartown taking so far advantage of every opportunity that the Raiders have given to them.
Well, that's one thing Coach Johnson said. I was over there getting the lineup, and he was telling them runner goes from first. The pitch is inside, and easily stealing second base is Perkins, so he'll be at second. So runners will be at second and third now, and a 3 ball, no strike count to Caleb Formby. He was basically saying, there's a hit batsman, takes it on the shoulder, and that'll put bases loaded with nobody out. And Cole Dingler will be the batter. But basically he said, you know, do your thing. Don't let up. Because this game is a meaningful game because you could earn yourself a home playoff berth with winning this game.
And unfortunately, going on the road Thursday to Sonorville, even though we picked up a good win yesterday, you never know what you're going to get with those guys.
There's a line drive left field, base hit. 1 run is in, 2 runs are going to score. It's all the way to the wall. That's going to clear the bases, I think. Yes, rounding third, coming toward the plate. He's going to score easily, all standing up. It's a 3-run double for Cole Dingler, and the Dogs have opened it up 5-0 here in the top of the first.
Even with Formby stumbling there, coming around third, he was still in there easily. You know, as well as the Dogs have been hitting the ball. Andrew, I'm really surprised that the Southeast coaching staff has not moved their outfielders back quite a bit. Everything has been dropping behind them.
It's been over their heads, you're right. Gavin Allred, the batter, takes one outside, ball one.
I think the only thing that did not get behind him was maybe the little hit up the middle that Samuel Formby had. They were able to cut that one off. Everything else been deep.
1-0 pitch, a chopper towards short, and it gets past the shortstop. So over to third base goes Dingler, and they'll be at the corners again.
Gavin Allred picking up a hit there. He stands over at first. Cole Dingler stands at third. They going to rule that a hit or an error? What do you think? They were ruling an error.
I thought so.
It looked like it as well. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt and kind of speak it into existence, but I think we both thought that was going to end up an error. So it is an error on Southeast on the shortstop. That will be their second error of the afternoon. And Jack Roper, the left fielder, will come to the plate, and all 9 guys for the Dogs will come to the plate here in the top of the first. 5-0 your score.
Davis delivers. Called strike inside corner. 1-1 now to Jack Roper.
Home plate umpire sporting the old school chest protector that he kind of has to loop around his arms.
0-1, runner goes.
Hit him.
It hit him.
So Roper is going to reach on a hit-by pitch, and that will load the bases, and we will go back to the top of the order in X Holiday, who had the triple to lead things off down the right field side that went all the way to the wall. Let's see if he can get into another one just like that.
I think he's swinging on the first pitch if it's close. Nope. Upstairs for ball one, 1 ball, no strikes. That wasn't close.
Nope. And that's pretty much where Davis has consistently been missing as well upstairs.
That's one he would have.
Don't move.
Bounced up there.
You're good.
Ball 2.
You had a guest.
Wasn't a wasp, was it?
No. But it would have bit you.
Ugh.
And it would have hung on for a while.
2 balls, no strikes. Breaking ball inside. 3 balls and no strikes. I mean, was it a tick?
Yes, it was.
So I did go out to the woods to put the camera out there, so here's the 3-0,
and
ball 4.
If memory serves me correctly, on Saturday you said that you had 1 or 2 on your
on my legs.
Yep,
yeah,
on your legs that you had to pick off. So that'll walk in another run, and it's now 6-0.
Can you do like the Brad Shelton song and check me for ticks?
Well, maybe.
Maybe. Here's Ace Allen for the second time in the inning.
There we go.
There's a base hit to left field. 1 run is in. I think that's going to be station to station. 7-0 lead now for the Bulldogs. Ace Allen drives in a run.
Good solid hit again there by Ace. That's going to be his second RBI already on the afternoon, and it'll bring up Tony Ware, who is 1 for 1 with a run scored. Ware also with a triple in his bag.
I think just about everybody in this inning is probably going to have a run scored at some point. The way things have gone right now, the only ones who haven't
Exactly are the guys that are on base.
There's a ball driven deep to left field, back to the fence. That ball is drifting back. It's going to be down at the base of the wall. 1 run's going to score, 2 runs are going to score, maybe 3. Can Ace Allen catch X Holiday?
He just about did. Tony Ware's going to go to third on the throw in. It got away from the third baseman that was going to be the cutoff man, possibly a play there at third. But Tony able to outrun the third baseman, getting back to the bag. So Tony Ware clears the bases, and it is 10-0.
Here's the pitch on the way to Samuel Formby, and he takes inside, ball 1.
Scoreboard only has 9, but I've got 10. You've got 10.
Well, I think they can only put up 9 on it for each inning, so they'll probably correct that later on. There's a ball driven deep to right field, but it's going to be playable. And it's off the glove of the center fielder, and the run is going to score from third base. So Tony Ware comes in to score the 11th Bulldog run, and Samuel Formby stands at first base. What's probably going to be an E8 on the dropped ball out of his glove.
Yeah, tough play there for Hampton out in center field, trying to come in and make a play on that one. The wind got it just a little bit, but he still had enough time to get leather on it. It was an awkward catch for him, and it just popped out of his glove. So that's going to bring up Everett Perkins. Perkins is 0 for 1 with a run scored.
Perkins grounds one toward third base off the glove, and everybody's going to be safe. Stopping at second base is Formby. So Dogs have runners on first and second. Still only one out.
Score
That
now.
one out was Ace Allen way back to start the inning.
Score now, Andrew, 11-0.
Yep.
They have corrected the scoreboard. They just started back over with one in the inning column. That one misses. Ball one.
Pitch on the way. Hit deep to left center field. Ball's carrying. Catch will be made, though, in left field, and they're going to have a double play, I think. Yep, they sure will. And that'll be out number 3. So the inning mercifully comes to an end here. But the Bulldogs plate 11 runs in the top of the first inning, and we head now to the bottom half. Cedartown 11, Southeast coming to bat. When we come back after 60 seconds on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the GHSA.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
A huge first inning
Make the right
for
play.
the Dogs.
Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
11 runs scored.
In Cedartown, Peach State Ford has
11 runs scored for Cedartown in that top half of the first inning.
In your backyard.
And Cedartown will now go to work defensively against
whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get
this
serviced, picking up
Southeast
a part
squad.
for your
It's
vehicle,
going
or
to be
stopping by to
Hampton
check
C
out a
and
new vehicle
MacArthur
for yourself,
duo
Peach State
for the
Ford
Raiders.
offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway,
Doing everything that you needed to do in that first inning. We really didn't see a pitch we didn't like on
High School
that.
Baseball is on
A base
the
running
Big
mistake,
AA.
again, is something that comes back to bite us. We had one of those yesterday. But still, so far, the Dogs have been able to recover from those mistakes. And with an 11-run lead here in the first, you would hope that that one doesn't come back to bite us anymore.
We'll see what happens here as the Dogs will bring their battery to bear here. Cole Cochran will get his start on the mound. Catching, of course, will be Gavin Allred, and the defense for the Bulldogs. Everett Perkins, you mentioned in third, shortstop Ace Allen, and you know, you're kind of keeping the lineup pretty much the same, but I can't recall X Holiday being a DH before this season, but he is, and it's worked out pretty good. I mean, I'm not saying it's not the right thing to do, but the Bulldogs have been able to play the runs they've wanted to. Throw goes down to second base, and I'm also anxious to see what Cole Cochran's going to do, because I think his last time out he did kind of struggle a bit. Yeah,
it's been a while since I've seen Cochran with a start, and so excited to see what he's able to bring to the plate here as he gets ready to lead things off against this Southeast Raiders squad. Again, it'll be Hampton C and MacArthur. Hampton, the center fielder for the Raiders. Who comes to the plate to start off this home half of the first? The Dogs up 11-0.
Swing and a miss, fastball. 0-1 the count now to Ethan Hampton.
Good pitch there by Cochran, bringing the heat right out of the gate.
0-1. Late on the fastball, 0-2.
Back-to-back fastballs. Not only is he pitching quickly, he's dealing quickly.
Swing and a miss, 3 pitches takes care of Ethan Hampton. Strike 3 and out number 1.
A quick 3-pitch out retires Hampton, and it'll be the third baseman.
It's Nate C.
We saw him.
Was a starting pitcher Saturday.
He was.
Cole deals.
Ooh.
Just a little bit outside. 1-0 the count. Just a bit outside.
Just a bit high. Just a bit out of the zone.
You know, I go back, when I think of Cole Cochran in the 2024 season, I think of that incredible start he had against Central. That pitch misses low, 2 balls and no strikes. A shutout, a couple of hits. It was our first region win. 2-0 misses low, ball 3 balls and no strikes.
And in a situation like that, Dogs didn't give him a lot of run support at all. I think that ended up being a 1-0 game, if memory serves me correctly.
3-0 pitch, ball 4. So 4 straight miss. So after we were talking about Cochran looking good,
sharp,
he just he throws 4 out of the zone. Walks C, that'll bring up Grant MacArthur, the first baseman.
Yeah, he's just setting up the double play.
We were talking about that one run. It was a combination of Samuel Formby and Caleb Formby. Hits were not aplenty in that ball game. Pitch misses upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes.
The exact opposite today for the Dogs.
Yes.
They already have 8 hits.
8 hits, 11 runs. 1-0 pitch. There's a called strike. 1-1.
Good pitch there by Cole. Came back with that fastball.
One from Dirty. That was a dirty pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2.
Defensively, the Dogs line up just like you would think they would. Perkins, Allen, Formby, Dingler from third to first. And then in the field from left to right, it's Roper, Ware, and Formby. Gavin Allred behind the plate.
1-2 pitch. Missed up. 2-2.
The breeze makes it extremely comfortable out here.
Oh,
today.
yeah.
It got a little toasty yesterday in the press box, but out here in the open with the breeze.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3, 2 gone. That'll retire number 14, Grant MacArthur. Here's Noah Singleton, the catcher.
Such a beaut.
Just wait till Thursday. Thursday's supposed to be the warmest day of the week. I think it's going to be in the mid to upper 80s.
So in other words, I definitely need to make sure I've got my short sleeves.
I would.
For that day.
Hopefully there's no chiggers and ticks
I
out there.
hope not.
Ball hit to right field. Playable. Oh, man, he dropped it in right field. Rare mistake out there in right field by Formby.
Yep, just fell right in front of him.
And runners will be at first and second.
I don't know if he got a late jump on. Died quicker than he thought it would. Either way, that'll put the runners at first and second, like you said, and it'll bring up Familia, the second baseman. He comes to the plate with 2 outs and 2 on.
There's a called strike, 0-1.
Again, another good pitch there by Cochran, just using that fastball and blowing it by these guys.
Fouled straight back to the net. And quickly it's 0-2.
It's a rarity right there. You see the old school chest protector.
0-2 pitch. It's outside ball 1. You're right. It's not something you see hardly ever. I mean, most folks wear the padding inside their shirt now. And the 1-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called, inning over. 3 strikeouts in the inning. A little bit of extracurricular activities, but 2 left aboard for the Southeast Raiders as we head to the second. Cedartown 11, Southeast Raiders nothing. Back after 60 seconds on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Livewire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and price to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings. Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
$11 to nothing is your score as we go to the top of the second inning. The Dogs on top of the Southeast Whitfield Raiders. And we've got a new pitcher on the mound for Southeast. It's going to be number 24.
Yeah, Chandler Promain will take over from shortstop. So we'll see what other defensive adjustments are made.
Tough outing for Davis. It looks like he might slide over and play second base. So possibly the second baseman's going to slide over to play shortstop. We'll wait until they update it on Game Changer, but a huge first inning for the Dogs. Cole Cochran ran into a little bit more trouble than I think he anticipated he would there in the bottom of the first inning. A walk and then a dropped fly ball into the right side. Put some traffic on the base paths, but the Dogs were able to get out of it just fine. Cedartown 11 runs on 8 hits, and that was scored in error on Formby out in right field.
Got a scoring update in the bottom of the second. Heritage leads Northwest Whitfield 3-1. The game, I believe, is at.
We want Heritage to continue. Keep on going. We want to keep going here, and it's going to be Cole Dingler, to try to keep that going. Dingler 1-for-1 with 3 RBIs.
That game is at Heritage, by the way. Here's the first pitch to Dingler. Driven to left field. That ball is going to get down for a base hit. Dingler is going to be at first base with a leadoff single, and the Dogs' hit parade continues. We'll keep you up to date on that Heritage Northwest game as it goes along.
That's Dingler's second hit, and that'll bring up Gavin Allred.
Romaine looks into his catcher. Noah Singleton. Runner goes to first. The pitch is in the dirt. There'll be no throw. He's got it stolen. 1 ball and no strikes, and Dingler is at second base.
Jack Roper on deck for the Dogs.
Good read. Good read.
1-0 pitch. Popped up a mile in the air to the infield. Catch made by the third baseman. It's Nate C. makes the squeeze for the first out, so that'll retire Allred. And here's the Bulldogs left fielder, senior Jack Roper.
Roper still looking to pick up his first hit.
He was hit by a pitch, wasn't
Yes, he was.
His last time up, so let's see what he can
later
do.
Come around to score a run.
Taking high and away, 1 ball and no strikes. One-0 pitch, a bouncer. 2 balls and no strikes.
Davis has moved out to second base, Andrew, but I'm not sure who is playing shortstop because that's not Familia, who was playing second base.
Swing and a miss. It's 2-1 on the pitch that sunk down on him. See if we can catch a number here in a minute.
I got new glasses, but they're not that good.
2-1 pitch. Low strike call, 2-2.
So Jack Roper will dig in here with the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 on, 1 out, top of the second.
Pitch to him is going to miss, and that's going to make it a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Get it back here by Roper. I'd love to see him light into 1. He's due for a big hit.
Remain with the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's a drop, strike 3. They'll have to throw him out, and they will. And that'll be out number 2. Staying put at second base is Dingler, and that'll take us back to the top of the order. And Xavier Holiday.
X 1 for 1. An RBI, 2 runs scored, and a walk. What a dominating and phenomenal pitching performance he put on yesterday at CHS for senior night.
Swing and a miss, nothing and 1 the count. You're right, with the exception of that one inning where he gave up the 3 runs, which really weren't all his fault.
No, and the 5 walks, take away those, though, and you got a 5-inning, 9-strikeout, 105-pitch outing.
That's foul back off the screen. Nothing and 2 the count now to X. X's 3rd trip to the plate here in this ball game. 7-1 lead now for Heritage over Northwest Whitfield.
Go Generals, go.
Here's the 0-2. Hits him on what Jamie Newsom would say, the buttocks.
That's it. Got him on the buttocks. So X will go down to first base, and that'll put runners at first and second as we bring up Ace Allen, who is 1 for 2, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. So Allen, the shortstop, comes to the plate with Dingler out at second base. Holiday over at first. Chance to put a few more runs on the board here in the top of the second. Tony Ware on deck for the Dogs.
Ace lines one to right field. Going back to the fence, that ball is going to be down at the base of the fence. That's going to score Dingler, still at the corner. Stopping at third base, and now the ball is bounced up there, and he'll head home, and Holiday scores. Stopping at second base was Ace Allen. The Dogs now lead by a score of what?
Should be 13.
13-0.
Yep. It was a long throw from the right fielder out there. He was as deep into the ball field as you can get, and it just took way too long to get in. So X, even though he thought about stopping at third, came on in. So that'll bring up Tony Ware.
Well, last time he was up, he just about hit one out of here himself. Upstairs, ball 1 ball, no strikes.
A speedy Ace Allen out at second base for the Dogs. You can almost guarantee anything hit well from Ware will score Allen.
The 1-0. Bounced up there. 2-0 the count now to the Dogs center fielder. Most of this damage coming with 2 outs. I think it's all come with 2 outs. The 2 runs here in this inning.
You are correct.
That one missed upstairs. 3 balls, no strikes.
2-out damage can come back to haunt you. Of course, also an inning where you give up 11 runs will come back and hurt you.
3-0 pitch misses way upstairs. Ball 4, so runners will be at first and second, and that'll bring up Samuel Formby.
He'll have a chance to redeem himself from that ball that he dropped out in right field. And I tell you, and I know that they scored it in air, and you go back and you look at it, and it was. I mean, it hit leather. He had a chance to make a play on it, but it was also coming in at an awkward angle on it.
They may have actually scored that a base hit. Either way, it could have been that way. There's a swing and a miss, strike 1 to Formby. One would think Samuel would probably be starting pitcher Thursday, one of those games. The 0-1. Called strike 2 right there at the knees. Definitely a different kind of pitcher these Dogs are seeing here in the relief man pro main. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll retire the side. 2 left the board. 2 runs come across. The Dogs lead 13-0 as we head to the bottom half of the second. Back after 60 seconds on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cedar Stream, the industry leader in screen printed apparel. They offer screen printing, embroidery, and signs and banners. At Cedar Stream, they have a fully automated screen printing facility here in Cedartown with the ability to efficiently and effectively distribute products all over the United States. Cedar Stream is a local family-run business with a big vision. Contact Cedar Stream today to find out what they can do for you. 800-686-7488 or cedarstream.com. Cedar Stream, shirts, it's what we do.
Hey, it's the Border Mexican Restaurant located at 718 North Main Street right here in Cedartown. Their phone number 678-246-1031. They serve a wide variety of your favorite Mexican food made fresh daily. Great food, great fun. It's great for the whole family. Come see us at the Border Restaurant right here on Main Street in Cedartown. Or you can call for takeout at 678-246-1031. The Border Mexican Restaurant is the best Mexican food north of the border. That's the Border Restaurant right here in Cedartown. Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
13-0 is your score as we go to the bottom of the second inning. The Dogs striking for 2 in the top of the second, and we've got a whole lot of defensive substitutions for you to get to. It's still going to be Cole Cochran out on the mound. Over at third base, Ra Ware is going to check into the game. At second base, Owen Gerald is going to come in, and Dalen Holiday is going to check into the game and play first base. Right field, it looks like it's going to be Jacob Yarber. Left field is going to be Brody Blackman. Center field is also a change, but I can't see that from here.
That might be Bobby Jones again. No, it's Connor Peak, I think, number 9.
Yep. Ace Allen is the only one that stayed in defensively for the Dogs. He's going to go to shortstop. Dakota Matthews is going to check in and will be behind the plate for Cedartown. So total almost complete wholesale changes for the Dogs as we are in the bottom of the second inning. Cedartown enjoying a 13-0 lead.
In case you missed it, a 7-1 lead for the Heritage Generals over Northwest Whitfield. If Northwest Whitfield loses, the Dogs would clinch a number 2 seed region runner-up. So things are going in that direction right now as we're heading down to the bottom half of the second, and Johnson will lead things off.
It'll be Johnson, Shadows, Promain.
Cochran deals. A little bit low for ball 1.
7, 8, 9 due up for the Raiders.
One-0 pitch. There's a called strike, 1-1.
Good pitch there by Cole. Went to the top of the strike zone with that fastball. Count is even.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Missed up. 2-1 the count now to Johnson.
He's going to climb the ladder there just a little bit and see how much the home plate umpire would give him, but he didn't give him that one.
Two-one delivery. Big cut and a miss.
I think he might have taken just a little bit off of that one, it looks like. So the count back to even. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2 pitch. Struck him out looking. 1 gone in the inning, and Johnson will head back to the dugout befuddled. Here's David Shaddles. Shaddles plays right field for the Raiders of Southeast Whitfield.
Yeah.
Dirty delivers a bit low and in.
Yeah, it just missed. Good pitch by him, though.
Probably my favorite nickname on the team.
I like it.
He's had that nickname forever. 1-0 pitch. Just missed. I mean, not by much. 2-0.
Not by much at all.
To pitch is a swing and a miss. 2-1. Thursday doubleheader at Sonoraville.
It'll be a doozy.
And we'll be making a stop at Buc-ee's on the way home. 3-1. That pitch missed low and away. Because we drive right by it on the way there.
That's right.
Literally right by there. Then Friday we got soccer action at home.
That's going to be a fun one, too.
Should be 3-1 pitch on the way. It's a swing and a miss, 3-2. I was talking to one of the Southeast Whitfield administrators when I got here, and we were talking about the soccer seasons. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, got him looking for out number 2, the second backwards K of the inning for Cole Cochran. That's out number 2, and that'll bring up number 21, Colt Davis, who was the starting pitcher, now I believe playing second base, I think you said.
Yep, you are correct.
But we were talking about that unbelievable region matchup Cedartown and Southeast Whitfield this year that Southeast just barely scraped by. That's outside ball one, and Southeast Whitfield, as much as they struggle in some other sports, their boys soccer program is always contending for a title every year.
Absolutely.
Every single year. 1-0 pitch on the way, swing and a miss, 1 ball, 1 strike. Cedartown boys soccer finished second in the region, hosting a home playoff game Friday at the Dock.
Wear red.
Wear red, yes.
I saw Kevin King post that on Facebook last night.
Swing and a miss, 1 ball, 2 strikes, playing Druid Hills.
Yep, they are wanting a red out. Also, Cedartown girls tennis team, their season came to an end Monday. They had to go over to Atlanta.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll retire the side. 3 strikeouts, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning in the second. Cedartown leads 13-0. We'll complete that thought after the 60-second timeout on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Bradford's Drugstore on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drugstore, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs. Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big Double A.
Top of the third inning on the way. It was a uneventful bottom of the second. Southeast retired in order, courtesy of 3 strikeouts from Cole Cochran. The Dogs still with a 13-0 lead over the Raiders. To complete that thought before we went to break, Cedartown girls tennis, they went to the first round of the state playoffs. They had to go to Chastain Park, and they were defeated by Holy Innocents. So their season is done, but congratulations to the Cedartown girls tennis program for making it to that first round, and their head coaches Matt Bentley and Matt Foster. Good things for Cedartown sports all the way around. Ra Ware will come to the plate. Again, a lot of subs coming in for the Dogs, so Ware will come to the plate and lead things off.
First pitch to Ra is outside for ball 1, 1 ball, no strikes. How about girls soccer? I know they made the playoffs, didn't they?
I believe they did.
Chris McKelvey will tell me, I'm sure, if he's listening. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1.
Ra is batting in the place of Everett Perkins, who went 1 for 2 with a run scored.
The 1-1 pitch. That ball's drilled to deep left center field. That ball has a chance to get out of here, and it's going to be at the base of the wall. Not much is getting out of here today. He's going to have a double. That ball was carrying, but not quite enough to get out of here, but it was close. And Ra Ware has himself a hard double to left center.
That's about the 6th ball, I think, that has been hit off of the wall for the Dogs. Just everything going deep. It'll bring up Owen Gerald. Gerald came in to replace Caleb Formby at second base. Formby 0 for 1 with a run scored. So Gerald takes his spot defensively, and on the other side of things, he's going to get to swing the bat here.
First pitch to him, takes upstairs, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Well, but we'll have Cedartown versus Druid Hills. Are they the Druids? No, they're not. They're something else. 1-0 pitch on the way. Called strike, 1-1 the count now to Gerald. We played Druid Hills in softball playoffs, I think, in the COVID season. We actually went to their school. 1-1 pitch is outside, ball 2. That's the only field they have at their school is their softball field. They have almost like a intramural type field behind their school. Their school was built in the 1930s.
Oh, wow.
A very old school there in that community there, Druid Hills. 3 balls and a strike. If you've never been to Druid Hills, it's one of those Atlanta neighborhoods.
Yep.
An old neighborhood.
They are the Red Devils.
The Red Devils, I knew that. Bulldogs and Red Devils. 3-1 pitch. Ball 4.
So Gerald, in his first plate appearance, will draw a walk, and that's going to bring up the big bat of Dalen Holiday. And if you've seen some balls carry this afternoon, wait till he gets a hold of one. He'll get it to carry as well. So Holiday comes to the plate with Raw Ware out at second base and Owen Gerald now standing at first base after the walk.
That ball is driven deep to right field, but it's going to be playable. I think it just got underneath it. Catch is made in right center field. The throw comes in toward third. What a throw there.
Golly, he put that one on a line.
Yeah,
Hampton just buzzed it in.
So that'll bring up Dakota Matthews, his first at bat of the day. Oh boy, he smoked it, but it was right at the center fielder who had him played perfectly there in right center. It's the first out of the inning, and now Dakota will be the batter. Kick of the pitch. Hits it off the end of the bat. A little fly ball to shallow center field. Going to be a tough play, but the catch is made by the second baseman, Davis.
Yep. Made a good play on that one. At first, it looked like it was going to drop in no man's land there, but Davis stuck with it and was able to make the catch. And that'll bring up Brody Blackman. Blackman comes to the plate with runners at first and second and 2 out. Blackman replacing Roper out in left field.
First pitch to him. Hit on the ground. Past third, been a base hit. And stopping at third base will be Raw Ware, and the bases are loaded.
We'll go back to the top of the order now. And it's going to be Jay O'Neill. He's going to replace X Holiday as the DH. He can also hit it a mile if he wants to.
Jay fouls it straight back, nothing in 1. Getting a little grief from his teammates in the dugout over there. 0-1, bases full of dogs here at the top of the third. 0-1 is popped up in the infield, and the catch will be made, and that will retire the side. The Dogs leave him loaded here in the top of the third. Still lead it, though, 13-0 as we head to the bottom half. Here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, a 60-second timeout.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company. Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
The Dogs leave them loaded. Top of the third, we now go to the bottom of the third. Another pitching change the first pitching change, another defensive change for Cedartown. It'll be Kirsch. He's going to get the ball and able to do a little work here against the Raiders.
Look at the smile on his face.
I'm telling you.
I love it.
Brady Kirsch, one of those Cedartown Bulldogs seniors with an opportunity to get some action here against the Raiders. He will come in with a 13-run lead as the Dogs are on top of Southeast 13-0 into the bottom of the third inning.
Throw goes down to second base. We're ready to go here in the bottom half of the third. He'll face number 24, Chandler Proven. Then back to the top of the order, Ethan Hampton and Nate C. Still no hits for Southeast Whitfield. First pitch, strike, 0-1.
Good pitch there.
I love it.
Good way to start out your inning for Kirsch. First inning of work here.
Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Another good pitch there.
I've heard through the grapevine that Brady has a pretty good knuckleball.
I'd love to see it.
It shakes off something. 0-2 pitch. I think he might have thrown it in.
It looked like it, didn't it?
1-2, missed upstairs.
Otherwise, everything remains the same defensively for Cedartown. No other changes.
One-two pitch. Ground ball toward first and a foul ball. Count stays at 1-2.
Let's go, baby!
You can hear the Cedartown dugout cheering him on.
One-two pitch, here it is. Upstairs, 2-2.
Socks aren't even
2-2 pitch on the way. Outside, full count now, 3-2. Three-two pitch. He struck him out. Strikeout for Kirsch, out number 1.
Good way to start things off for Kirsch. Picks up a strikeout, and now we will go back to the top of the order, and it will be Hampton.
That's his first varsity strikeout. Way to go. Way to go, Brady. Here's the first pitch to Hampton. Ball one upstairs. High away, 2-0.
Let her go.
Tell you what, still smiling from ear to ear, though.
Come on.
And why not? 2-0. Low and in, 3-0.
Not bad. It's close.
You have to say, I like the way that our guys carry themselves and act in the dugout. Different than what you see from other teams.
3-0 is hit in the air. To second base. It's going to hang up for a bit. There's the catch, and it's out number 2 as Gerald makes the catch right on the outfield grass. 2 gone.
Good recovery there, too, by Gerald. He kind of lost his footing, but was able to get it back underneath him and track down that high fly ball for the second out. MacArthur will come up, but what I was alluding to, Andrew, is you hear other teams that they like to yell and holler and chant, trying to distract the other team.
Swing and a miss, 0-1.
We don't do that a lot.
No.
We trust our people, and we do all of our talking out on the field.
The 0-1. Inside. 1-1 the count.
Let's go. Let's go, baby.
1-1 pitch. Foul back.
Yeah.
1-2.
See, 0 for 1, or, well, he just has a walk. I was about to say 0 for 1, but nope, just a walk on the afternoon.
Let's see if Kirsch can strike out the side here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Got a chance at it here.
The 1-2 pitch. Low. 2-2.
Tell you what, though, that's a pretty good pitch there from Kirsch.
Go, Kirsch!
2-2 pitch. High. Full count. He's back. He's ready. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Popped up, back behind us, and out of play.
See, putting up a good battle here against Kirsch, trying to keep things going. Kirsch trying to have a 3-up, 3-down inning.
3-2. Hit to the right side. Catch is made at second. Kirsch has himself a 3-up, 3-down inning. Way to go, young man. And so we head now to the top half of the fourth inning. The score is 13-0. Back after this 60-second timeout on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
Nothing doing for the Raiders. We will go to the top of the fourth inning. Tyler Wade will lead things off for Cedartown to get this top of the fourth inning going. Wade going to get a chance here.
Followed by him will be Connor Peak. And
then Yarber.
After that will be Yarber, you're right.
Looks like Promain is still out on the mound for Southeast. He came in relief in the second inning. Cedartown with that huge 11-run top of the first. Davis got roughed up and would move out to play second base. So we're set to start the top of the fourth. Tyler Wade will lead things off.
First pitch to Wade. He takes outside for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes.
We've seen Wade defensively come in place of Cole Dingler quite a bit. He's one to contest to get the start over at first base next season.
There's a little shot to the left side. That's going to be a base hit for Wade. Good piece of hitting there by Wade. Able to hit that one the other way and slice it over the head of the third baseman. He's going to be at first base with nobody out and a good start to the top of the fourth inning. Good piece of hitting.
And that's what you like to see, not trying to do anything too fancy with it, just a solid at bat for Wade, and he'll stand over at first base as Connor Peak comes to the plate. This will be Peak's first trip.
That one gets away, and Wade will take his place at second base on a 1 ball, no strike count after the wild pitch.
Peak replacing Tony Ware out in center field. Tony 2 for 2, a walk, 2 runs, scored 3 RBIs.
That's a lot of runs.
Golly. It was a short afternoon for Tony, but what a afternoon it was.
1-0 pitch will hit Peak.
So Peak will go down to first base, and that's going to bring up Jacob Yarber for the first time.
I think he hit him on his hands.
It looked like it did.
Not hard enough to hurt anything, but nevertheless not the most pleasant thing. So here is Yarber.
He replaces Samuel Forby, who went 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, a run scored, and a walk.
Big cut and a miss there by Yarber, 0-1 the count. Reached out there to try to get it.
Came up just a little bit short on that one.
Pitch on the way. Driven to center field, should be playable. The catch will be made. Runner will tag, but he won't try it. That'll be out number 1 here in the top of the fourth.
And as we saw earlier, Hampton out there in center field's got a cannon. You got to be careful if you're going to test him on anything. Raw Ware will come to the plate, replacing Everett Perkins out at third base.
Bottom of the third at Heritage. Heritage leads Northwest 8-2.
Raw led off the top of the third, so he is 1 for 1.
Pitch on the way to Ra. He'll take low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Central idle today. They're actually playing Southeast. They played Southeast yesterday. We'll wrap up the season at home for a doubleheader against Southeast on Thursday, will the Central Lions. Hit a mile in the air in the infield toward foul territory. Catch is going to be made by the third baseman, Nate C., for the second out.
Owen Gerald going to come to the plate. He drew a walk in his first plate appearance, came back in the third inning. Last chance to keep the inning going for the Dogs here with 2 outs and 2 on.
First pitch to him, bounces up there, 1-0. Ra Ware just dropped the weight off the bat. He'll be next if the inning continues. 1-0. Bounced up there. 2 balls and no strikes.
Singleton had a hard time seeing it, but it, thankfully for him, landed just right in front of him in the opposing batter's box, so nobody goes anywhere. Owen Gerald ahead in the count, 2-0.
Wade's at second, peaks at first. Pitch to Gerald. Called strike 1. Kind of low, but got
like
the
ball
call.
3 to me.
The 2-1 pitch. Outside. 3-1. Kicking the pitch. Hits the third base and past him for a base hit. That's going to put runners at every base. The bases will be loaded for the Bulldogs. Number 19 playing first base now.
Dalen Holiday. We typically see Holiday, of course, in that DH role, but he's getting some time over at first. He got underneath one in his last at bat. Flied out to center field, so you know he'd love another chance to get a hold of one and drive it here with the bases loaded. 2 outs in the inning.
We'll take one away, 1 ball and no strikes. Top of the fourth, Cedartown leads 13-0. 11-run first for the Bulldogs, 2 more added in the second. None since then. 1-0. Bounced up there, 2-0.
We left them loaded in the top of the third, and here we are again in the top of the fourth with them loaded. This time trying not to repeat that. You'd love to pick up a couple more runs if you can.
2-0 pitch. Fly ball to left field. Left fielder having to come in, and he dives, and he got it. Catch is made for out number 3. And pretty good play out there in left field there by Johnson. He kind of had to come in and went down to a knee and kind of fell down while he was catching it, but kept it in the glove. We head now to the bottom half of the fourth. Cedartown leads 13-0 over Southeast. We'll come back after a 60-second timeout on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
High school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Georgia needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Second straight inning, the Dogs leave the bases loaded. We will go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Cedartown with a 13-0 lead. And we've got a couple of more defensive changes to update you on. Tyler Wade will stay in the game, and he's going to play third base. It looks like Ra Ware is going to move over to second base, and Owen Gerald is going to move over to shortstop. So Ace Allen comes out of the game. Dalen Holiday still over at first. Dakota Matthews still behind the plate, and then, of course, Blackman, Peak, and Yarber from left to right out in the field.
So that effectively takes all your starters out of the ball game, and good chance to see some of these guys out here. And looks like Kirsch will continue on the mound here after a successful 3-up, 3-9 inning his last time up.
Go, babe!
And here's MacArthur. First pitch to him. Driven deep to left field. That ball is going to be at the base of the wall. That's the first hit of the day. Picked up there on the left side by Blackman. Throw comes in towards second base. Good throw. He's safe, but wow, what a throw.
Yep, Blackman with a good arm out there. He had a little trouble getting it off from the bottom of the wall there, but then once he got it, Buddy sent it in on a line.
So the way that fence goes out there, and I know this because I've been out there twice putting the camera out there, there's a little bit of a divot around where the fence is, and plus the tarp doesn't go all the way down. So if it gets down there, it's kind of hard to pick up. So here's Singleton with MacArthur at second base, the first hit of the day for the Raiders. And that pitch misses low and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Bottom half of the fourth. Kirsch delivers. It's hit to the left center field gap, and it's going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. And that's going to break the scoreless streak. MacArthur scores another double, and it's 13-1.
Singleton will be out at second base. That's going to bring up number 18, who is not Familia.
In fact, I don't have an 18 on my roster. I think it might be Braden Lay, because Lay has no number listed on the roster. Yep, it's Braden Lay. I heard someone say go Braden. So a couple consecutive doubles. 13-1 now, the lead for the Bulldogs. It's that one foul. Nothing in 1 the count.
Two hard hit balls by the Raiders here in the bottom of the fourth. Back-to-back doubles. Those were their first hits of the afternoon.
The 0-1. Hit in the air to right field. Yarber comes in, makes the catch. Runner will head back to second base, and no time to tag up and run. That'll be out number 1. So there's the first out of the inning as Lay is retired. Here's Braden Johnson.
Johnson 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He'll stand in here against Kirsch. Bottom of the fourth inning, 13-1 is your score. 1 on, 1 out.
Kirsch deals, and it's a swing and a miss, 0-1.
Good pitch there by Kirsch, who's now pitching from the stretch with that runner out at second.
Oh, 1 pitch. Called strike. Boy, that had some movement.
Yes, it did. Kind of backed Johnson up a little bit, and he watched it come across. He's behind in the count, 0-2. Tell you, I was about to say Singleton's getting a pretty decent lead out there at second. They throw back to second, and it's away from Owen Gerald. But Connor Peak is there to back him up and get it back in quickly. So Singleton doesn't go anywhere, but he had a pretty big lead out there.
Oh, 2 pitch. Struck him out. Swing and a miss for out number 2, and that'll retire Braden Johnson.
That's going to bring up Shadows, the right fielder, victim of a strikeout, his last at bat. struck out looking. Comes to plate with 1 on and 2 outs.
Hit off the end of the bat and foul over the first base dugout. Strike 1. A couple of strikeouts for Kirsch in relief.
Yep.
Oh, 1. High and tight.
Cole Cochran exited after 2 full innings of work when the Dogs had a 13-0 lead. Cochran would only walk 1 and record 6 strikeouts. So far, Kirsch with 2 strikeouts.
Puts his bat out there and fouls it away. It's 1 and 2 now. It's almost like he checked his swing, but then it hit off his bat. I mean, a couple times he did that.
It's very similar to that first foul ball that he had. Just kind of stuck it out there and made contact.
One-two pitch. Got him swinging for strike 3. That is the 3rd strikeout for Kirsch, and he strikes out the side. As we will see, did he give the signal, or do we go to the top of the 5th? Looks like we go to the top of the 5th. Top of the 5th we go. 13-1 is the score. Had to go back and think about my rules here. And we head now to the top of the 5th after this 30-second break. We'll be back after this. Stay with us.
Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Live Wire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Live Wire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and price to sell. Live Wire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big Double-A.
Another good inning for Brady Kirsch and the Cedartown Bulldogs as we now go to the top of the 5th inning. Dakota Matthews will lead things off for Cedartown.
Well, I think unless something drastically changes, this will likely be the last inning.
Yeah, I agree.
Dogs lead by 12 runs, 13-1. They'd have to score 3, and we are going to probably try to add as many as we can here in this inning. We have not scored, though, since the 2nd. But 11-run first, a 2-run second. Raiders got their first run in the bottom half of the 4th on 2 consecutive doubles.
Those were also their first hits of the game.
Throw goes down to second base.
We'd love to add an insurance run or 2 just to make sure that this will be the final inning, and it will hopefully start off with Dakota Matthews, who will lead things off. Matthews 0 for 1. He had a pop out in his first plate appearance of the afternoon, which came back in the 3rd inning, if memory serves me correctly.
Wind the pitch. Cut and a miss on a breaking ball, 0-1.
Probin still out on the mound in relief.
0-1 is a swing. He fouled it away to the right side, and now it's 0-2 to the Bulldogs catcher.
Coach Johnson unloading the bench this afternoon. Getting a lot of guys some quality time that don't normally get that.
There's a little base hit to the left side. It's going to be down.
And he just kind of reached out and poked at that one, Andrew, and was able to get it to reach the outfield. So Matthews with a hit.
Good job there by Matthews. Gets his first hit. And here's Brody Blackman.
Will we have a runner? Yes.
Bobby Jones.
Bobby Jones. So Brody Blackman back to the plate. He's 1 for 1.
First pitch on the way to Brody. Takes the breaking ball for a called strike 1.
Brody had a single to the left side in his first at bat. Comes to the plate now with nobody out and a runner over at first base.
The 0-1, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. And check of the score. Heritage and Northwest. 9-2 lead for the Heritage Generals through 4 innings. 1-1 pitch. Upstairs, ball 2.
Jones not getting a very big lead over there at first.
Low to Brody, 3-1.
Doesn't look like he's a threat to go anywhere.
Brody, hit it, baby. Hit it.
3-1 pitch. Brody puts a charge into that one to left center field. It's going to be down at the wall and bounces out for a ground rule double.
But he tattooed that one, did Brody Blackman. He got into that one with just about everything that he had, and it took a one hop over the fence. So the ground rule double will put Blackman out at second base, and the courtesy runner in Bobby Jones at third. And we'll go back to the top of the order to Jay O'Neill, the DH. O'Neill came in replace of X Holiday, who started things off for the Dogs. O'Neill 0 for 1.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Come on, baby.
First pitch to Jay is upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes.
I think he could have smelled that one as it came by.
Cole Cochran was the voice you heard over there saying, let's go, baby, let's go, baby. 1-0. He's going to bounce up there, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. (13-1) lead for the Bulldogs over Southeast Whitfield. The 2-0 pitch. Taken inside, 3 balls, no strikes.
It was over his head. 3-0 the count.
That means swing for the tween.
3-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Green light on 3-0.
You heard him saying it from the dugout. Well, he took it. He went after it.
Yeah, he did. 3 balls and a strike now. Pitch on the way. Low and away ball 4. That'll load him up for Tyler Wade, who's up next.
Wade had a single in his first at bat over to the left side over the third baseman's head, so he's got a chance here to pick up a couple of RBIs if he can find his way aboard once again.
Go, T-Wade. Get that there.
Wade takes one in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes.
Good take there. Got Bobby Jones out at third base, Brody Blackman out at second base, and now Jay O'Neill at first.
1-0 pitch. Cut and a miss.
Big cut there by Wade. That'll bring the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
One is inside. 2-1, close to his knee.
I'll say that was coming at his kneecaps, wasn't it?
Two and 1, nobody out. Bases loaded. Inside, ball 3. 3-1. No place to put him.
Nope. Got to throw a strike here if you're the Raiders. And Tyler Wade knows that.
3-1 is fouled back. Full count 3-2.
I would ask you what you're going to do tomorrow night on your night off, but I already know the answer because it's not a night off for you.
Go to church. Choir practice. 3-2 pitch is lined to right field. Base hit. That's going to score 1, maybe 2. It's going to score 2. Throw comes into home plate. Brody Blackman's going to score, and that's going to make it 15-1 and 2 RBI single by Tyler Wade. That's got to feel good. Great job, young man.
Well, and we talked about it. The Dogs sure would love to pick up a couple of insurance runs here before we head to the bottom of the 5th, and we do get 2 of them. So it's now a 14-run lead, and the Dogs still in business with 2 on and nobody out.
Connor Peak, the batter. Peak drills one deep down the left field line and foul. Turn that around a little bit more. He can circle the bases.
Yep. Jay O'Neill now out at second base. Tyler Wade, the base runner, over at first. 2 for 2 for Wade.
Bounced up there, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Outside, ball 2. Still nobody out here in the top of the 5th.
Time call, got a loose baseball, it looks like. Right in front of the Dogs dugout.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, it's right there.
Now we're ready to go back to work.
Let's do it. 2-1 to Peak. Here it is. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Looks like Proman took some off of that one. Got Peak to chase on it. The count's now even 2-2.
Here comes the 2-2. Full count.
We're missing low and away. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, still nobody out. 2 runs already across.
Stretch in the 3-2. Fouled that one away toward the home dugout, third base side. In the top of the 5th, Heritage leads Northwest Whitfield 9-2. Heritage already has clinched the region championship. Cedartown trying to pass Northwest Whitfield to be the 2 seed, and if Northwest falls to Heritage, Cedartown can do that tonight. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4, low and away, and they are loaded up with nobody out for Jacob Yarborough.
Jacob's 0 for 1 with a run scored.
Now we have time called. Coach Eichert out to the mound, and
probably a pitching change, and it is. It looks like they're going to bring in Johnson from left field. So we'll have a pitching change. We'll come back and we'll talk about it after this 60-second break. It is 15-1 here at Southeast. The Dogs on top of the Raiders. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com. Cedar Stream, the industry leader in screen printed apparel. They offer screen printing, embroidery, and signs and banners. At Cedar Stream, they have a fully automated screen printing facility here in Cedartown with the ability to efficiently and effectively distribute products all over the United States. Cedar Stream is a local family-run business with a big vision. Contact Cedar Stream today to find out what they can do for you. 800-686-7488 or cedarstream.com. Cedar Stream, shirts, it's what we do.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
The third pitching change of the afternoon comes for the Southeast Raiders here in the top of the 5th inning. The Dogs have the bases loaded with nobody out, and they've already plated 2 runs to take a 14-run lead. 15-1 is your score.
Cedartown closes out their regular season Thursday at Sonoraville, doubleheader. The Southeast Raiders playing Central for their last 2 games.
Braden Johnson will be the new pitcher for the Raiders. He comes in from his spot out in left field. And it looks like they're just going to send Proman to take Johnson's spot out in left. Again, it looks like maybe one more warm-up toss. And now we are ready to go with Jacob Yarborough coming to the plate. So the base is full of Dogs. Jay O'Neill at third, Tyler Wade at second base, Connor Peak over at first. as Johnson gets set.
Here's the pitch to it. Bouncer up there, gets away, but not far enough for anybody to advance. 1 ball, no strikes.
Ooh.
1-0 pitch is high and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. The count now to Yarborough. After Yarborough, we'll have.
It looks like go back to Ra Ware.
Yep, he's on deck.
Ra 1 for 2.
2-0 pitch. There's a called strike, 2-1. Gentle breeze blowing in at 7:04 in the evening. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Went out, swung at ball 3, I think. 2-2.
Temperature at the first pitch game time was 85 degrees, but it has definitely cooled off a little bit. But that breeze is keeping us nice and comfy.
2-2 pitch. Down low, full count.
Shows 82, but
it's cooler than that.
I'm much more comfortable than 82.
It might be 82 in the sunshine.
Maybe so, but not here in the shade with the breeze. Full count now. Jacob Yarborough.
Let's go. Let's go.
Payoff pitch. Chopper toward third. Foul ball. Foul ball, says the home plate umpire.
Ooh.
And it was just barely, if it was.
I'll tell you this. I think you're right no matter what you call that.
Good point.
50-50 shot on that one. I mean, that one's about as close as you can get.
So the count stays 3-2 after that ground ball that was just outside the foul line. Off pitch. This time to third base. The throw will come to home. They will get the force there, and that's all they get. That'll be the first out of the inning. So the infield defense does a good job there. They get O'Neal.
That'll bring up Ra Ware. Ware is 1 for 2.
Hey, let's go right here. Something hard right here.
Base is still full of dogs. Everybody just moved over. So Tyler Wade is at third, Connor Peak is at second, and Yarborough now stands over at first off the fielder's choice.
Pitch to Ra. Strike called, 0-1. Oh, 0-1 pitch. Strike 2.
Owen Gerald on deck for the Dogs.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And the pitch. Called strike 3. 3 pitches, all takes, strikes. That's out number 2, and that will bring up the aforementioned Owen Gerald.
Gerald's played a little bit of second base today, played a little bit of shortstop today. He's also 1 for 1 from the plate. Also has a walk on the afternoon.
Perhaps the strike zone is a tad bit stretched.
Well, I think that's a nice way to put it.
That was definitely ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. But when it's 15-1, I mean.
Well, and I think somebody else might be ready to get to Chili's.
I'm ready.
The baby back ribs are calling my name.
There's a strike, 1-1.
Even though I can assure you I will not be having the baby back ribs. I just have a thing about eating ribs in public. It's a little messy.
No, perfect. Chill out. We're trying to get.
Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Chris McKelvey watching. Snook is watching. Our good buddy. Looking forward to football season. Another year.
You got that right.
Another season of the Sports Talk Live pregame show. It's taken low, 3 balls and a strike. At least So, you know, we're in the camera shop in center field.
We are.
Like, hey.
So, in other words, I need to
don't pick your nose.
Be on my best behavior.
Yes. 3-1 pitch. Ground ball to shortstop. Took a funny hop, but then he barehands it, throws on to first. High throw safe. Run will score. It's 16-1.
That one kind of rolled up on Proman out there.
He did a good job, though, to get his hand on it, and then threw to first a bit high, though.
It's not Proman anymore. Maybe leg.
Go 1-9.
Whoever it is out there.
I can tell you who's at the plate. It is Dalen Holiday. Dalen fouls one back. Big cut.
Yeah, big cut there by Dalen. He was, I think, trying to send that one to the center field camera.
Please don't hit it.
Please don't. Base is still loaded for the Dogs. 3 runs across here in the top of the 5th, 16-1.
0-1, foul back again. 0-2 now with 2 outs. Heading to the bottom half of the 5th, Heritage 9, Northwest Whitfield 3. Here it's a 15-1 lead in the top of the 5th. 16-1 lead. Called strike 3 inside corner. But the Dogs add 3 runs in the top of the 5th, and we head to the bottom half. Last call for the Raiders. We come back after this 60-second timeout on the Big Double A.
Hey, it's the Border Mexican Restaurant located at 718 North Main Street right here in Cedartown. Their phone number 678-246-1031. They serve a wide variety of your favorite Mexican food made fresh daily. Great food, great fun. It's great for the whole family. Come see us at the Border Restaurant right here on Main Street in Cedartown. Or you can call for takeout at 678-246-1031. The Border Mexican Restaurant is the best Mexican food north of the border. That's the Border Restaurant right here in Cedartown.
Bradford's Drug Store on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drug Store, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big Double A.
16-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, the last chance for the Southeast Raiders. Otherwise, we'll be closing this one out early.
You mean the Raiders?
The Raiders. It's going to be Davis leading things off, I believe, for Southeast.
Kirsch will deliver upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes, out for his 3rd inning of work.
Just a bit high.
The wind, the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Pitch there by Kirsch. Come back, even up the count at 1-1.
The kick in the 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Tell you what, Kirsch working quickly here.
Struck him out on a swing and miss. 1 gone here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Strikeout number 4?
I believe it is. I'll go to the record. Yeah, that'll be number 4.
Number 4 for Kirsch. 1 out and a called strike 1.
So far, he's worked 2 1/3, giving up 1 run on 2 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts.
Chandler Probe in the shortstop. Was a shortstop, now pitcher, and that one just a bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sounds like the Dalton Fire Department is active on a scene somewhere.
Yep. It's about dinner time.
1-1. Ball 2 up.
Might be time to go pick up the pizza.
Two balls and one strike with one out. Pitch on the way. Fouled there at the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Waving off a couple of signs. 1-2 pitch. Missed away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Be sure you tune in to Sports Talk tomorrow. Sam Branch will have the total on this game. That pitch is, I think it's ball 4. I had ball 4.
I think that's Game Changer had it as that's ball 3.
Okay.
We'll take it either way.
We certainly will. Just stayed alive and found it back. So now it is 3-2.
Did you see the details released of some of the contracts for the ladies that were drafted at the WNBA draft on Monday night?
I saw some of it, yes. Payoff pitch, hit on the ground and off the glove of Lyle Ware on the right side, and there's a base hit.
Caitlin Clark went number 1 and is going to make a whopping $300 and some odd thousand on a 4-year contract.
Million.
No, 330-something thousand on a 4-year contract. She will make right at $76,000 in her first year.
Wait. Ball is drilled deep to right field, back to the wall, down at the wall, bounces off the wall. Rounding second, heading toward third. The throw comes into the middle of the infield. Runners will be second and third.
Hampton delivers a double. Gives the Southeast faithful something to cheer about.
Here's Nate C.
Yeah, the contract is minuscule compared to what you would see anywhere else.
Wow.
Of course, she's going to make a lot more than that off of endorsements and, and that kind of stuff. But her contract with the Indiana Fever, it's less than $400,000.
That's just unheard of in most professional sports.
But that's the way that it is in the WNBA, unfortunately.
Pitch to C. Upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes.
I think it was maybe last season or the season before, there was some controversy made about one of the players talking about that they had to fly commercial. Well, when you're only paying them $300,000 for a 4-year contract.
Hit to second base, run will score. They will go to first to get the second out. It's now 16-2.
That all kind of makes a little more sense.
Just blows my mind that one of the most popular, well-known basketball players really in recent years to come out of college, men or women's basketball, has that minuscule of a pay. It's going to spark some conversation, I can tell you that. Grant MacArthur. Grant takes outside, 1 ball and no strikes.
It will, because this has really been an eye-opening experience, I think, for a lot of people when it comes to women's basketball, with how well Caitlin Clark played over the past few years, and of course the popularity of folks like Angel Reese with
Just
LSU.
Missed inside, ball 2.
Camila Cardoza with South Carolina. She was the number 2 overall pick. Tennessee had a player go in the top 5.
2-0 pitch, a bouncer, 3 balls and no strikes.
Excuse me, Cardoza was number 3, I believe, actually, if I'm remembering correctly now. Number 2 was the young lady out of Stanford.
By the way, the Braves start their second game of the series tonight. There's a called strike 1. He's thrown the bat away already.
I think we had all thrown the bat away already on that one. Yep, Braves and Astros going to get underway about 8:10 p.m. on TBS. Of course, Atlanta got the win against Houston last night, trying to repeat that success again tonight.
3-1 the count, the pitch on the way. Tapper to shortstop. He'll throw to first, and it's away, and the run will score from third, 16-3, and the game stays alive.
And how important are those 2 insurance runs now?
Oh, they're big.
Huge for the Dogs. 3 insurance runs, excuse me.
16-3 the score now, and the inning continues.
The Phillies already have a early lead on the Rockies, 2-0, as they get ready to go to the 4th inning. The Orioles leading the Twins 6-0. The Giants on top of the Marlins, 2-0.
Kirsch delivers, and it's high and inside, ball 1.
The Mets and the Pirates scoreless in New York. They're just underway, top of the 1st.
Who's starting for Atlanta? Is it Sale? Ball is driven in the air, left field, foul territory. Catch is made in the deep left, and that's going to be the ball game. Cedartown wins it 16-3. Brody Blackman makes the catch, and great job there by Kirsch to come in there, pitch 3 solid innings in relief, and the Bulldogs take the win and take the series sweep over the Southeast Raiders. We'll come back after 60 seconds and wrap this one up here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big Double A.
A big win for the Cedartown Bulldogs here on this Tuesday night in Dalton, Georgia, as they complete the sweep of the Southeast Raiders by a final score of 16-3. The Dogs 16 runs on 18 hits and 2 errors. Southeast would go 3 runs on 4 hits and 2 errors. Pitching for the Dogs, Cole Cochran started things off and would go 2 strong innings, recording 6 strikeouts and only issuing 1 walk. Brady Kirsch would come on, go 3 innings. He would allow 3 runs, 2 earned on 4 hits, and recording 4 strikeouts. And Andrew, just a dominating performance once again by this Dogs squad as they get ready to head into the final 2 games of the regular season on Thursday against the Sonoraville Phoenix.
Yeah, and you did exactly what you had to do, and the Bulldogs will, of course, await to see what happens this evening. And if the Dogs are able to take that if the Dogs are able to do what they're supposed to do. I mean, they're really just got to wait, though, to see what Northwest Whitfield and Heritage do tonight. Right now, Heritage leading big, and if Heritage wins, as it stands right now, Cedartown would clinch a number 2 seed. So looking forward to seeing what happens as far as that goes. Sam Branch will have the latest on that tomorrow morning on Sports Talk on the Big Double A. A short team meeting for Cedartown. They break huddle, and they'll head back to the bus, and we're going to pack everything up, head to the car. Sam, take us out of here.
I like it. Another big win for the Dogs here on the road. 16-3 is your final. The Dogs, once again, back in action on Thursday as we go to Calhoun to take on Sonoraville for the final 2 games of the regular season. For Tyrone back at the station, for my broadcast partner, Andrew Carter, and I'm Sam Branch, saying, as always, when the Bulldogs play, you can hear them right here on the Big Double A. Good night, and God bless, and go Dogs from Dalton, Georgia.